But just getting.
We don't have to pause it. We're a safe space, sir.
That's a fucking lie. That's the last place I
was just called a pervert. And I was being. I don't know. I
don't know. We had to go in on you real quick. You've been absent for a couple of days, for a couple of episodes now, so we're gonna give you a hot. Well, you were here last episode, so that was good.
Oh, you
was here last episode.
10 minutes or 5 minutes.
And on time. So yes, you do get some points for that, James. Thank you for that.
I realized that. I was like, James beat me to it. God damn, I should have clicked faster.
Now he has rights to talk. No, actually, he still doesn't because he's been doing it for the past 10 episodes, being late. Anyway, so going forward, you straight, man. All that matters in the present. We're all back together. Full house, man. This is Media Marauders for the ones that don't know, for new and old viewers, subscribers, all that. Welcome back. This is Max, Mr. Thomas, James, and Mr. King. How y'all doing, fellas?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Not like that. I'm doing all right.
There you go. I'm all right. But now, once again, man, this is Media Marauders. We come back with the content. We come back with anything that's happening around the world. We usually try to focus on anime, manga, live action TV shows, a plethora of things. If you could look for it, if you know about it, we're probably right there with y'all. So, and you come here to hear our opinions, to know what's the hottest new topics or what we're finding interesting, and we just give it back to y'all, and you let us know down in the comments, or you subscribe and comment or like whatever we have. So going forward, we'll end that with the introduction and get into a topic. And I guess it's going to be kind of a versus topic. It's going to be the ones that know what we're talking about and versus the ones that might know what they're talking about. We're not sure yet. We'll find out later.
Yeah. I know Lloyd Banks isn't talking shit over there, right? I know he's not talking shit. No, he's not.
Hey, we on fire, baby. I'm just saying. We're really ready to get.
Wow, on fire. Okay.
I mean, I ain't saying we Playboy, but we Playboys in here. All right? No, I'm joking. But that was tracks from his first album.
No, I figured.
No.
I knew that reference.
Anyways, moving along. There's an anime that just recently came out on Netflix. Netflix, once again, praise to Netflix, or just a shout out to Netflix, because they've been doing something over there, and hit and misses usually. And tonight might be a miss for some, and a gain for others. We're gonna talk about Record of Ragnarok. We've all watched it from 1st to 12th episode. Yes.
Yes.
And we're going to try our hardest to keep this concise and not get violent anyway verbally with each other.
See, but you see, you're laughing already. Right? It's going to happen. You're not taking that serious.
I am. All right, serious voice. So we're going to really try to be concise and have an actual mature conversation without getting on each other's nerves or mimicking one each other.
Oh, wow.
We're going to really getting down to the nitty gritty. We're gonna let James and King. How did y'all feel about Record of Ragnarok? One at a time. King, how did you feel about Record of Ragnarok? Is this the pause before the eye of the storm? Come on. All right.
So
I hate this guy.
ROR, Record of Ragnarok, right? So I don't pay attention to any of the anime creators or drawers or producers or anything of that nature. But Record of Ragnarok, in my personal opinion, was actually a pretty well put together first season of a show / anime. And I think I'm going to say this and speak for myself and James and go ahead and defend my comment against Mr. Random and Mr. Maximo. They don't like how the anime is portrayed because of the fact that some of the gods and other people that are on there aren't portrayed as, how can I say, characteristically and physically. So this is what I'm leaning into right here. The first battle is literally between Thor and a guy named, what's his, say his name? Lu Bu. So someone in here had a very distinct conversation about how they didn't portray Lu Bu properly. And there was another conversation from someone else saying, oh, I didn't like how they made Thor the way he was. So I'm going to say I liked it because they didn't give you the same aspect of who Thor was, or the same aspect of who Lu Bu was. So
They had their own rendition within the anime, is what you're
It
saying.
was
You appreciated that.
creative. It was they exaggerated the creativeness. I like that.
I appreciated that. Now, don't get me wrong. Did I appreciate everyone's depiction? No, because I hated Loki's depiction. Hated it.
Really?
Hated his
Okay, I'll
depiction.
hold off.
I hate his depiction as far as characteristic looks go. His personality wise, totally cool with it.
Totally cool.
His depiction, I was like, Jesus Christ, man, they couldn't make him any more feminine, huh? They couldn't make him any more feminine. But
well, all right.
I'm surprised he didn't show up as like a horse or something. So I mean,
yeah, all the
that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole other conversation we all have on that one.
We might end up there anyway. So no, play.
But the depiction of the characters I really liked. I mean, for instance, you have Odin, still got the one patch. His hair is actually luxurious, and he's got two ravens with him instead of the usual black raven. He's got a white raven with him. Well, I guess it's raven. I guess we'll call him white raven.
It's
no,
it's raven.
I thought it was a pigeon too, but I was like, I don't want to disrespect him.
Ravens. Don't listen to this, man.
He got a white dove / raven, albino raven. We want to call him. We'll just call him albino raven. We'll just call it that.
There you go.
Albino raven. But I think the funniest depiction of all of them, of course, for any anime, there's always got to be some big-breasted titty woman. And Athena is fucking hilariously big-breasted.
It's Aphrodite. It's Aphrodite, right?
Isn't Aphrodite?
My bad, Aphrodite.
It's Aphrodite, yeah.
My bad. Aphrodite is just ridiculously.
Stone statues,
holding them.
What the fuck? You know what, Japan? Japan, what the fuck are y'all doing, man?
And I think that's toned down from the manga.
Yeah, I think.
I think it is. I think her titties are a lot bigger in the manga.
It's funny, but just to cut down to my 3 likes of the show. Actually, like I said, I like the depiction of some of the characters. Thought it was pretty dope. I like the way the animation style differs from backstory to backstory. As in the tournament is completely flow of animation, but as it goes into the background stories of such, for instance, Lu Bu, you see his storytelling is coming like almost in the beginning, like I'm thinking of Thor. My bad. Thor had a very interesting background story / style of drawing before he arrived or showed up in the flashback, and then Lu Bu had the.
We all spoilers right here. Put that out.
Yeah, we might as well do spoilers. I put a warning in there. We're talking about it, so don't worry about holding back.
Right.
Oh, cool. Got it. Didn't know that. All right. So, like I said, the whole depiction of Thor, and even Mjolnir, totally different. And then especially with the fact of him wearing gloves, I was like, Thor never wore gloves, not like that anyway. So I was pretty interested about that too. So that was pretty dope. But like back to my 3 likes, like I said, depiction of the characters, the animation style of it. And I feel like the tournament style of humans having to defend themselves or prove themselves worthy to live longer was pretty dope too. But in consideration, don't get me wrong, there's no fucking way humans are beating gods at any time a portion in the world. But to make it interesting, I get it. I totally understand.
But they added one key feature to help with that.
Right. Right. The Valkyries, which I really appreciated the Valkyries at that point in time too, because I didn't see what was going on neither as far as Lu Bu had his spear. And that whole thunder coming down, didn't know it was a Valkyrie, but I thought that was pretty dope too. But I like how they stuck close to majority of the gods and changed some of their aspects how they look though as well. So they try to stay in character, but gave it a twist as well, which I appreciated. So I thought some of the characters are pretty dope. My favorite character is actually Shiva. He's actually my favorite character on there. Not even in battle, but just his whole aspect.
There's some controversy going on with that though.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know.
India has canceled that, has taken that show off Netflix.
They are not a fan of just like
of how he's depicted.
Well, no, just like
depictions at
just
all.
like Islam. Islam, you cannot. Well, yes. Well, in the Hindu religion, they do depict their gods, but they weren't feeling that. And like, there's a certain religions don't really play with their guys like that. They're like,
true. It's not. It's supposed to be seen as a entertainment for cartoons and kids or grown-ups or whatever.
Right, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand. I mean, for me, I guess I'm just waiting for God to show up.
Yo, I'm ready. So speaking on that, I'm gonna jump in now. So
tag team.
Just like Bruno, I love the character depictions. I love the fact that they go back in history, pull different things, and they exaggerate it and add their own creativity, but they still keep the basis of the character. They just add so much more to it. And they go from fighting the battle and they analyze and they tell you why a person is a certain way.
Mhm.
And then they jump back to the battle and you see some crazy fight scene, like, how in the hell is this even happening? And the way they introduced Lubu, I was like, I didn't know who this person was, honestly. I know certain figureheads in history, admittedly, but I didn't know this certain person. And when he came in, I was like, okay, I'm on my phone looking it up. I was like, you know what? They're just doing their own thing. I'm going to go with it. And I seen
I
Thor.
bet. Sorry, cut you off. I bet you thought that was Genghis Khan. I thought it was Genghis Khan.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody like that. Yeah. Like,
See, instantly knew it was Lubu when I saw the 2 peacock feathers.
but
Yeah, see, you know the Three Kingdoms stories, and you
Yeah.
played a lot of Dynasty Warriors as well.
Yeah,
So
the
if you
other reports on the
I was like, was he a character on
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors or not? I was like, you know what? I don't remember all the way. So, that said, I looked some of this stuff up, and of course, I always thought Thor was badass. So when it showed Thor, he had gloves. I was like, what gloves? I was like, yo, what's up with this hammer?
Yeah, that was odd. That was
I was
odd.
like,
That was odd.
yo, what's going on with this? But the red hair, the long red hair, I was like, oh, okay, this dude look like he can F up, even though he's like, man, he had this masculine, feminine thing going on, like luxurious, like I don't
ambiguous.
know. Yeah, exactly. But and then I like how they exaggerated the hammer even more and showed how strong Thor actually was based off why he had the gloves on. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Your hammer has a heart, and that I thought that was cool. Like I thought that was a cool depiction because of course they was exaggerating the fight. And
it definitely gave me I haven't finished JoJo.
Oh.
Well, I have finished the first season. It definitely gave me JoJo vibes, how they exaggerated certain things and some of the poses, maybe like how Thor was ready to throw his hand.
Yo, everything was exaggerated.
That shows how much back strength he has, Maximo. How much back strength he's got.
That's something to be envious towards, I guess.
It is.
Everything into it. Like,
He can do the limbo with no problem.
no problem. Actually, some crazy
high.
So I like how also the Valkyries came in, and the Valkyries was used as the weapons to help make humans strong. Because I thought it was impossible. Everybody knew that it was impossible for a human by themselves to kill a god or fight a god. So
I think
do that twist in there, it's like, okay, this helps bring up the playing field.
Normal.
Level it up some. Even though
the strength,
the bodies.
Their strength and skills were just their own, but the weapons were just used to be able to touch a god.
Yeah,
it was the plot armor to kind of make them.
Yeah, it was the plot armor. Yeah, exactly. But I like
to
how
make them
I like how he was creative with it.
Okay, Superman, plot armor. You better shut up over there. Plot armor.
Creative with it, and like the weapons that the Valkyries turned into suited whoever the character was. Like I like how it matched their personality and their style. So that made sense. So what I did expect? I didn't expect number one. And who was number one? Adam himself. And I was like, whoa, okay. And when they, the Lubu fight was cool because I love Thor, but when they showed Adam and they showed the different levels of skills that you possibly could have, being able to read and mimic fighting styles. When he was fighting who was he? He was fighting Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
Zeus. I was
Zeus.
I was like,
yes.
Whoa. I was like, okay, how in the world's got to keep up with him? And I was like, wait, this is the first one made after image of God. And they just explained that, admittedly, he had blonde hair and blue eyes. And I was like,
I feel like God was in the stands. He was like,
that's my cloak, so that's gonna be interesting. I don't know if they'll ever.
I don't think they're gonna touch
God.
Yeah,
they're not gonna touch that.
I
They're
think
not
so
touching that.
I don't know why.
I highly doubt it. All right, so wait. Okay. I know you hype, James. But all right, let's go ahead and jump real quick. Are you go? No, actually, finish your thought. Because I think we're gonna jump over to Thomas next.
Okay, so my top things were the character depictions. I like how they utilize the Valkyries, and I like how they gave each character their backstory and then decided to go to the extremes with it to make the story more interesting. I like that they didn't just follow what we see in lore. Like I like that they added stuff to it. It kind of makes it something new. Like it's like, okay, you don't know what you're actually going to expect when you see the fights. You expect them to be a certain way, and it's like, you know what? We're going to make this show our own. We're going to make these characters our own, and we're going to go with it. And there's drama in it too. Like they actually added drama to this battle royale, Mortal Kombat, literally.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Y'all made some good points, or y'all said some things that were cool. But Thomas, would you like to go? I would like, if you would like to go, Thomas, I can go if you want.
I'll go, because since the show was trash, but I ain't going to. But this show could have been so much better.
First of all, I just want to say I can't take anything serious Trader Truth's about to say right now. Trader Truth is actually over there right now rapping about him. I can't do it, dog. I can't do it.
Who?
Trader Truth. You know who that is.
Trader Truth.
Making up people. Don't feed into it.
No, serious. Y'all know who Trader Truth is?
Yeah.
Trader Truth, the rapper. Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure. Yeah.
But
hip hop fans over there.
But it was just like watching the show. I was like, all right. When they did the Lubu thing, I was like, oh, so this is what you're going to do. Like instantly when they did the whole, oh, he was a man who wanted to find a worthy challenger. I was like, he was a drunk. Like, what are you? I'm like, y'all really stretched it.
First of all, a drunk person is always trying to battle himself.
No.
So don't look at it that way.
To get the next high, yeah.
Like when he got, like when they showed Cao Cao killing him, I was like, Cao Cao was like, he begged for his life from Cao Cao. And Cao Cao was like, nah, you just betrayed like your whole family. You killed your stepdad. You like the woman you love was like used you as a dope. It was he had some, yeah, he was strong. That was it. But his story was not as they turned it.
Grandiose.
But you gotta remember they put in consideration in the show too. It wasn't written.
Yeah, they were saying that they were trying to spin it where what happened, where he was begging for his life. That's not the way it really went.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like when they did that, I was like, instantly, I was like, oh, so this is what y'all are doing, and that's exactly what I thought from that point.
So that's a fact. That's a fact that he really begged for his life.
That's not a fact. We know no one was alive.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something written.
Well, and
it's kind of the Bible. Things are written in there, but no one really knows if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Like what?
All right, easy, easy now, easy.
But it was like,
see.
But it was like, so like I was like, all right, so y'all gonna go the route of, oh, this is what the believed truth is, but we're gonna make a twist on everything. Which I was like, all right. Maybe because I was connected to I'm connected to that story at first. I was like, this ain't hitting with me. Then we did the Adam thing.
All right.
Still not hitting.
Okay, Chris. Give me the next reason.
All right, so you felt like Adam being introduced, you weren't like the introduction, you don't like the character design. What is it?
Well, it's not the design. The character designs really didn't bother me. It was just like so y'all are just gonna keep playing up to you knew this about him, but you ain't know this. And I was like, okay.
Oh, just revealing stuff for the audience to be more like to change it within their story, like how King and James were saying, like they contorted it a bit for the viewers. It wasn't. There's no facts behind any of this, but we're gonna do our own little twist to it.
So then, by the time I got around to not Musashi, Kojiro. By the time I got to Kojiro,
Kanjiro.
Yeah, I was like, all right, so what y'all gonna do?
Kojiro, sorry.
That battle. Sorry.
That battle was.
But the thing was,
Kojiro.
They sold his character better for obvious reasons. I'm not really gonna go spoil.
Oh, because the human won. So that's why it sold better. The human won. I mean, he was a complete loser.
I guess so.
Hey, we let y'all talk. Hold up.
No, but that's why I was like, I was like, that's why y'all sold his character better because y'all knew he was going to be around. Like with Lubu, I'm like, y'all knew what was going to happen. With Adam, y'all knew what was going to happen, so y'all didn't really tell their stories that well to me. But then I still had an issue with because like the whole again knowing the fight between Musashi and Kojiro, Musashi killed the dude by hitting him while he was drunk and beating him over the head with an oar. It was like he did not have his actual
That definitely happened. They never had a
so-
rope. The shit lasted only a few minutes. He bum rushed the motherfucker, beat him over the head with a wooden stick, and it was done.
Yeah, like he won't know. Oh, we had this.
Which Musashi was known for doing. He bum rushed motherfuckers. He
Like-
used his speed. He used his strength to kill dudes.
Like he won't know. But then I was like, at this point, I'm like, this third one in. So I'm like, I know. I was like, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? What y'all going to do?
It's like it's not even like.
This is the thing. You already knew from the very beginning that which way they was taking the show, and you just kept criticizing the whole.
This show was built on lies.
There was a
What
lot
show
more
isn't built
criticism.
on lies? I saw mysteries.
Well, it wasn't that animation
Thomas, we
was
about to
not-
get into it, baby boy.
That animation
the
was
fucking
not up there.
animation.
Like, that
Oh
animation
my
was
god.
bad. I'm like, y'all doing still frames, and then
It's a PowerPoint.
bits happen.
It was PowerPoints.
Yes, I'm like, y'all thought y'all gonna get away with that? Y'all thought y'all gonna get away with that? I'm like, yo, when One Punch Man did it in the second season, we caught it. You think we can get away with it?
Well, that's because One Punch Man came out. It was the first. Who was it? Was it
Madhouse.
Madhouse. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the
Like
thing.
they had a different studio, and we
But
already
you're-
seen what it could be.
That's the thing, though. This is a battle manga. Like this manga is not about deep storytelling. It's about the fights. And
Yes.
First of all,
You
I
wanna-
gotta know where my fighters are coming from. I can't vouch for them. I gotta know where my fighters coming from. I'm just gonna say I got another background story, so I can be like,
Yeah,
who.
You're not wrong. But anyway, sorry, Thomas, go ahead.
I'm saying this is a battle manga, and at least the animation should have had me like, oh, yo, that was some dope animation.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I'm
I
like,
see
y'all
some
went.
dope animation. What are you talking
That
about?
was go back and watch it. Almost every major attack is a still frame.
James, I'm telling you, after the hype, after you get over this hype you have right now, go back and watch it.
I'm not in a hype. I just,
Like-
But I'm saying you
I took the anime for what it was, and I looked. I was like, okay, this is how you want to animate it. I'm going to go with this because every animation is different. Like
Nah,
every animation is different.
That's
It's
the
not
thing.
like I'm looking at Way of the House Husband. Like it's not like I'm
it could have been.
That's-
It could have been.
Hey, but
I
look,
told you, it was close to my
that
vote.
that was shade, but look, Way the House Husband is not a battle anime at all. It's following an ex-gangster living
That was
his
the thing.
life.
Way the House Husband, which is still at the bottom. The thing with me was they made a decision like we're doing this decision purposefully. This one is a battle anime, which battle animes usually have.
Fluidity, impact. It didn't have any of that. It had impact.
So what you're saying is you want to start them a Baki style tournament because of that.
See, I don't
Shit,
like
well-
that much, so that kind of.
It doesn't need to be like this. Doesn't need to be a comparison. Honestly, it's just the impact of these fights. Like showing how these people, like you have still frames of them fighting. The Adam and Zeus fight when they're doing the counter hits, they're just showing this stand still, and you know it's happening like that. And like, what is that?
Even when Adam was doing the flurry of punches, when Adam was doing the flurry of punches, that was if you look at him himself, he's not moving. They're
No.
moving like they're making hands move, which
Because
it's
What the
It's
backgrounds are
But they
moving.
also said that other people, even gods, couldn't see how fast they were moving because they were showing the
they
seconds.
could have went the Dragon Ball route if they
want
want to do that. Then just
Yeah.
move lines
Yep.
around. It was not good
Yeah.
animation. You can
It wasn't.
You can have fluid animation and then the gods still can't see what's going on. They
Okay, so when they do it on Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, they just do bursts in the air and you just see like little sparks come
yeah,
out.
that's
Like,
dumb.
I
Being,
don't even know how they
that is
clash with each other.
that's
like,
them trying
so-
to save money. Like they do not.
Yeah,
want to-
that's
them saving money. That is the when animation. That's an animation technique to kind of like move faster without like. All right, we got to do this every
Redoing.
week.
yeah.
So this is a
So they
12
reuse
anime.
in those type of animation.
So like
Okay.
Dragon Ball, what? How many? Like 100 or something anime episodes.
Dragon
It's
Ball
like
Z,
why you watch
Dragon
when you
Ball,
watch-
Dragon Super.
And when you watch Boruto or Naruto, when they have those episodes when they go really action heavy, and you notice to get a whole new studio in to do it, because they
Mhm.
realize like when you're gonna go into the action, you need to be on that point. This is a
You think it's
full
because
battle
of the
anime,
first season?
and they're not
You
on that
think
point.
it's because of the first season they wondering if they can capture audiences because you know how Netflix is. Netflix is
Well,
dropping.
I think
Well, to speak on that real quick, the studio that did this is Graphic Nika.
Graphic
Stop cursing.
Nika.
Stop cursing. You
I'm
can't say that.
trying not to, man. You know I can't help it. Their work, I think their best work was they've never done a battle anime. their best work that they've been a part of was Hellsing Ultimate. And if you haven't seen Hellsing Ultimate, I don't know what you're doing with your life. It's one of the most graphic, insane shits to ever be on TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have got someone like Wit to do it because Wit would have killed it. Well,
I think Mappa, Madhouse. It really doesn't come down to the studio. Like
I said, the A-teams on Sun Studios would have killed.
Yeah.
This is I don't think they're putting that much budget into this.
All right.
Showing.
Let me do this. I see a lot of potential. I saw a lot of potential in this series. I saw a lot of what could have been right with this. I enjoyed some. I thought the pacing was really bad, especially the first battle with Lubu and Thor. It felt like it was 4 episodes of nothing, even though it was only 2 or 3 episodes. I think it was.
It was like 3 or something.
Yeah, there's the explanation between backstory. I understood the reasoning for it, but it dragged out to the point where I wanted to get back to the fight. And when it did get back to the fight, I was like, I kind of just want this fight to end. Like I already knew Thor was gonna win.
Can I put that out there though? I thought the backstories all seem unnecessary.
I want to agree with you, but no. Because some people, they were trying to make their own world with this and trying to include some of the real
world. I like
the
backstories, Chris.
But it's all about the fights. It was just like, well, I'm like, no, we know they're fighting because they're trying to keep human alive. Give me like the backstory could have been like a blip. It didn't need to be some of them drawing out backstory.
Well, I wanted to be a blip.
You know how fast the ending would be if it was just the backstory? Because they even put the times on the matches. Like, they added the backstory to give you a figure out like how these characters got here, and they're making up their own world. So they had to have something.
I feel like it was padding.
Luke Booze felt wrong because that battle wasn't as good, and I wanted to see Thor do a whole lot more badass things. He did some things, but I wanted to see more. And then I think like the pacing started getting better as they progressed with the other fights.
I give you that. The pacing wasn't great with Thor and Lubu. Adam and Zeus, I like Adam's design. I like Adam as a character. I liked what he represent, like his ability. The fact that he had brass knuckles, I thought that shit was tough as hell.
Yeah.
It's just the presentation for the fight. I really need to read the manga. I've always said I wanted to read the manga because I wanted to understand. Because after watching the anime, I heard it got a lot of hate, and I was trying to see. I saw what I saw, so I wanted to see what else people were talking about, and it was mainly the animation and the presentation.
I think that's the thing too. Though I feel like a lot of the people who read the manga were like, "Yo, I've seen people do better stills on YouTube over the animation."
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes,
I'm like, yeah.
This is not a renowned studio, but it's a studio. It's a studio that's been out, that's done plenty of work.
I'm gonna get to the part we're all talking about. Everyone liked it. First of all, out of the 6 people that watched it, 4 people liked it. Okay, so that means the majority beats over the minority. Okay, guys.
Well, let's continue a bit. Let's continue a bit more, or let's get to a good point. I think. The fights, we already discussed it. The mechanics, or the animation for it was just not good in my opinion. I do appreciate Brunhild. We never really talked. I feel like she's one of the standouts. Her and Yojiro were a standout for me, and Adam. Those 3 were standouts for me. Brunhild, I think it was her. Brunhild.
Brunhild. I thought it was Broomhilda. It's not Broomhilda.
Brunhilda. We'll say that. Well, I appreciated her stoicism, but like how she'll break character. I thought that was funny. There was funny moments when she made crazy fucking faces. The exaggerations, I'm kind of used to it now because of JoJo, and I feel like Kagen Asuda, like how grandiose it could be, that fighting anime. It kind of reminded me a bit of that sometimes.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I haven't watched Baki yet. Forgive me, but it's just this.
I'm judging.
Yeah, I didn't like too much of the backstory. I think Yojiro's backstory was too long. I think Thor's and Lubu's was too long. I appreciated Adam's a bit. I liked the whole spiel of what he did for Eve. I thought that was kind of cool, which they kind of tied it in a bit with the Bible, or how he did it in the Bible. Not really, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they had so much here. Loki was a standout for me as well. I appreciated how he's the mischief. He does the mischief. So he encapsulated all that with just seeing him in a few panels. You saw how sadistic he could be, how playful he could be, and how ruthless he could be, like with just a couple sentences and facial features. Hermes was a good standout. A bit.
Poseidon's
We didn't see
badass.
too much.
He might be a
As a
black.
Like
butler,
Shiva.
as a butler,
Yeah, the butler. Yeah.
I didn't like him as a butler. I don't
Yo,
know like too much
Poseidon's
of that.
badass. Yo. Can we talk about how badass Poseidon is?
I was about
Poseidon,
to get to that. I was about to get to that. I feel like Poseidon actually encapsulated. Is that a word? Encapsulated?
Yes.
Encapsulate, yeah.
Encapsulated.
Yes.
I feel like Poseidon encapsulated everything a god should have been. His whole smugness and how he
Yes.
demanded respect from everybody was just ridiculously overwhelming. That's like one of the things that you look at, and I think my favorite part is where everyone's cheering for him, and he just turns back and looks at everybody. Everyone's like, shit, man. Don't look him in the eye. Don't look him in the eye, please. When literally he was looking everybody in the eye.
Yes, they personified him exactly how you would think of a god, especially a Greek god. How like full of themselves they were throughout
Yeah.
mythology,
He
their
was
stories.
really full of
Weird.
himself, but never mind.
I was really surprised. I was really surprised. The only bad part, I wish Poseidon would have won that one.
Yes.
And then Adam would have beat Zeus. But with respect to that, I get it. But I would have loved Poseidon to win that battle just because of the fact what he was doing.
A lot of it was predictable for me until the Adam and Zeus fight. I really thought Adam was gonna take him out. Like there was, but I was oh shit. But then after that, I was like, okay, yeah, I knew Yojiro was gonna win. I knew it
because he was training after death. That's why. Because he was training after
well,
death.
it's because they were really heavy on the whole loser thing. Like they were really going heavy, hammering it down. Yeah, you a loser. You never win. All right, he's gonna win. He's the underdog. He's gonna win.
One time I went into disbelief was watching his backstory. I was like, I went in full disbelief and stopped thinking about the fact that who the actual person was like presented as. I was like, y'all just made him just a whole nother person. I was like,
didn't know much about
character, but he's a whole nother person. Like,
yeah, I don't know much about the backstory and character. So
he was a jealous guy.
I'm just relying on the anime, and that might be like a big difference between our viewpoints.
He was like I've seen him portrayed in multiple things. He's always been jealous of Musashi. And
I'm reading Vagabond. I haven't gotten there when they fight. I only got the first volume. I'm waiting to buy the other one, but I didn't
take on him.
He was what?
Square Enix. They like in Brave Fence of Musashi. They put Kojiro in it also.
Oh, okay. But overall, y'all are looking. Are you guys looking forward to a second season?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely.
I am too.
That means you liked it. That means you liked it.
No, it was like
no.
I want to see this one.
Season,
like
you liked it enough for another
no, sir.
That means like if you had like a scale of 0 to 100, you had to like it more than 50% for liking for another season. Like there's no other.
There's only two reasons. I actually want to see the next one because of the fact you have Jack the Ripper going up right now.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be dope.
And I want Shiva to show his ass because I think it was so funny. I thought and Zeus too. I feel like Zeus gonna get involved somewhere too. But I think it's so funny how Shiva let Zeus walk past him. What's it called?
Funny. That was actually funny. He was like,
Zeus was about to beat that ass.
He really was. I got next. Got next.
Like I said in the beginning, this show has potential to be better. I want to get into the manga. I might just get into the manga and just keep going with it.
I might go that route.
I might too.
Yeah, because I'm interested.
I honestly think the last thing I'm saying, sorry for interrupting, is that since they know what they have from this season, if Netflix gives them the go for the next season and hearing the feedback, I think they have the potential to make something so much better if it sticks with the same studio.
I don't think they're going to give them a budget. Like they'll give them a budget off jump because this has a record. Was it Record of Ragnarok? Has a massive manga following. They just aren't gonna get a budget.
Well, hopefully they look at what they can prove upon based off what their reviews were and go from there. Like I hope so. You don't think so?
No. I think if they get a second season, they need a better team. They need a whole different team.
But does Netflix do that? Ever switch out?
I think Netflix buys. Go ahead.
I thought Netflix just gave money and then the studio.
I don't know for anime. I honestly don't know what they do with anime. Not sure.
But we need to.
All right. So overall, we had our discrepancies, but we also enjoy certain things we could say. So hopefully for the next studio, also shout out to the creator, man. We didn't even say the name of the creator, bro. Going in before the time runs out. Shinya Umamura and Takumi Fuuki. So there's two people that write the story for it. So
Okay.
y'all have a great foundation. I want to find out more about the world. It's really interesting. So we're gonna do a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. So stay tuned, audiences. Cool. All right, then. Back from our quick commercial break. This is Media Marauders. We just finished up with our thoughts and opinions on Thor Ragnarok. on Record of Ragnarok. We're looking forward to Thor Ragnarok, though. No, that was actually a pretty good movie. That was a good.
I gotta watch it at some point.
It's good. It was really funny.
Come again, Mr. Random.
I haven't seen a lot of the Marvel movies.
You watched that one?
Well, you can. Well, honestly, you can skip 1 and 2 because it is what it is.
The one 2 I've seen of Thor.
Part 3 is actually the better of the two.
Yeah,
out of the whole thing.
I hear that. You're saying like beside me. I just haven't watched it like in the
Jesus.
years.
It's sitting beside you.
It's been sitting beside me for like 2 years.
There's some good humor. Good. I think
Right.
the director was Taiti.
It's hard for me to watch a movie.
Well, the good cop, bad cop aspect of buddy cop aspect of the Hulk and Thor are actually pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Yes.
They did a very good job with that. Yep.
Your boy, forgot his name, the guy that played the Fly. Goldberg.
Yeah. God dang it! That made me forget his name.
Something Goldberg.
Make me forget his name now. Jeff
Anyways,
Goldblum. Jeff
Goldblum. Yes, I liked him in that movie.
Yeah.
In that scene, that role as well. All right. Yes, we're gonna move on to the next topic. We got a little something. Mr. Thomas and I, we're gonna tag team once more. We got into the video game that just recently released this past week, Scarlet Nexus.
All right, I'm gonna skip this version. I'll just cut myself out.
Go ahead and put your earmuffs on, kids, if you're not interested, or find the next timestamp to skip to, because we might stay on this one for a little bit.
We ain't gonna spoil it though. We're not doing any spoilers.
No spoilers. Hate them. We need a kick out, but no. But we're gonna get into it. Give no spoilers. We're gonna try to keep it concise and to the point.
It's a new game, right?
Yeah, new game just come out last week from Bandai Namco. So,
of course, perfect combo.
It's a game. Mr. Thomas, you want to jump in? You want me to start it off?
You can start it off.
They got an anime.
Okay,
too. I'll talk about that too.
Yeah, there's also an anime under the the same.
So y'all topic get videos, huh? Mine and James topic get no videos. All right, cool.
Do you really want me to? I can say why we're not doing.
Nah, it's too late now,
bro. Record Ragnarok on.
I thought it's called favoritism over
last
here.
Time we did Netflix trailers, we got dinged.
Favoritism. We got dinged. What? We got dinged?
Yeah, we got dinged 3 times in a row for doing Netflix.
They pinged us. They told us we couldn't do it. We're not gonna get monetized behind it.
We're getting no rights now? God damn, I missed it.
We ain't getting shit. But as you can see on your screen, this is Scarlet Nexus, the video game. It's pretty. You're pretty much.
You won't be seeing like Netflix trailers from us because we get copyright claim for them. So that's not happening.
Yeah.
Man, I missed those parts, huh?
Don't even think about it, fellas. But all right, so Scarlet Nexus is the game. As you can see, it's very anime, very everything anime, the tropes of anime, everything anime, and I fucking love it. I really, I'm sorry, but I really enjoy it. I already love anime, but this game just does a great job of including all of what I enjoy when I watch anime, especially with something like an action. You could consider this an action adventure, sci-fi?
No, it's an RPG. It falls under action RPG.
Well, I'm talking about if it was an anime.
It's an RPG. It's an action RPG.
Well, I know it's an action RPG, but under anime genre.
Oh, under anime genre, it'd probably be a shonen.
Shonen, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll give you that. So Scarlet Nexus is in a world where a good majority of citizens have psychic abilities. You have people that can have telekinesis, pyrokinesis, electrokinesis. I forgot what it's called. Electrokinesis, clairvoyance. cognition. Like there's so many different abilities that you could utilize throughout the game. And there's two characters that you could use in the beginning of when you start the game. Yuito, which is the male, and Kasane, which is the female. Both play. Go ahead.
Just to edit that out, you can only use 2 characters the whole time you play the game. There's no other characters.
Yeah, the other people only support. That's right.
Yeah, everyone else.
Yeah. There's the only 2 characters that you can use, exactly. Everyone else are support characters that you could use their ability, but they fight with you. It's just like a JRPG. You have a party that you set up. You have levels that you stats, everything, a brain tree that skills that you can improve on or purchase through brain points after every enemy you beat. The story is really interesting. I really appreciate the mystery behind the story. I appreciate the thought that the team went through behind this. It's the same people that have done Code Vein and God Eater, correct? This is under that same camp, and the new Tales of Rise game is going to be under this camp as well.
Yeah, well, I think it's the Tales team has worked on those games also.
Yeah. So this game, what I can say right now, like I've mentioned, the story is really interesting. There's a mystery aspect behind it. There's the character trope. I will say I play the game on English. I do that with a lot of games. I don't know why I do. I just do.
You're not a weeb? Is that what you're saying? You're not a weebo?
I'm not a weebo when it comes to video games. I can't. I just can't do it. I don't know why. But the voice acting was kind of hard to listen to, man. I'm just not a fan of the voice acting at first. I couldn't get into it. Nagi, which is one of the supporting cast, you don't get to play as, or you don't get to utilize him throughout the game. But I just don't like the voice actor for him. Yuito, I'm not a big fan of. Kasane, I am. I do appreciate her voice acting. A lot of the female cast, I appreciate the voice acting for.
Of course, you
got a pillow. You got a body pillow of Kasane, probably.
I have purchased one already, but it's not gonna come to my home until a month or 2 from now. But going forward,
there. Not gonna come to your home.
Yeah, get it there. All right, no, I have like I said, I had little cons throughout it. The tropes behind the characters. You have the real silent girl. You have the Kasane being the kudere, which is the standoffish girl that just doesn't care. She only cares about her sister. You have the kid that's from a silver spoon, but he has a heart of gold. It's there. It's anime, so you got to take the good with the bad at a lot of with this. But I'll move on.
Kind of like Ragnarok.
Yeah, right. It's good with the bad.
I mean,
got it. Cool.
And that's why I'm gonna watch the second season. That's why I'm gonna watch the second season. Sometimes you gotta take the bad with the good and hope that there's more. Which is exactly what happened with Scarlet Nexus. I waited to get over all the things I didn't like, and it's surprisingly, not really surprisingly, but it really got into the crust of what this game is about: a fighting JRPG game where the skills are implemented great. The fluidity of it is beautiful. Storyline is good. Dialogue, the script, not that great, but I appreciate it. I mean, Thomas, help me out. What do you think, man?
Yeah, help him out. Tag team.
Or tell us what you didn't like first. Shit.
No. What I liked about it was I just like that type of gameplay. The story's cool. Because right now, like for me, I'm only like, I think I'm like the second phase in, and so far the gameplay is pretty solid. I had to like let my character get killed so I could get a trophy because Max got that.
Yeah, that happened to me too. Yeah.
No, you ain't let him die.
Platinum over there.
I didn't die. Oh yeah, I died. This game is actually a bit challenging, even on normal.
Really?
I'm surprised. Yeah, I died a few times. I'm really surprised that it happened.
But,
I'm surprised you got killed too, Max, because when I was watching you play in the very beginning, it looked like you was handling stuff pretty well. But when I was watching Chris, nothing against Chris, I was like, oh, Chris is not playing this stage as well as Max is playing it.
So that's like, I was going to point out, though, I had to let my character die so I can get that trophy.
I actually died normally. Only because I was playing too aggressive. I had to learn real quick that you have to do a lot of in and out. You can't stay in front of the enemies too much.
Once I picked up the gameplay loop, I was like, oh, this is pretty simple to get in, get out, hit people with trains.
Some enemies whoop my ass when not paying attention.
See? Yeah. But yeah, like I like the telekinesis and his powers and stuff like that. I think the hardest thing for me while I'm playing the game is I can see a Fire Force game like this, and I would buy it.
Yo, Fire Force. Woo, that would be
It would
crazy.
fit like in this model real simple.
Okay.
I have some theories about the game, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But gameplay solid, story it's an anime story, which I'm cool with it. The tropes don't bother me because I'm like
Anime.
we're not the target because we're not the target demographic that they're going for. So it's like it's not like, well, we're trying to make a Western game for Western people. They're like, no, we're making a game for Japan we're just selling in the West. So,
Yeah, I get that vibe. But yeah, I get that vibe. I really appreciate a lot of the in-game stuff, like the attachments. It really reminds me of the Tales series. Like a lot of what this game has reminds me of the whole Tales series.
See, that to me that reminds me of Band. Well, I guess because you have more of an affinity to Tales. It just reminds me of Bandai games. Because I think Covain had that in there also. But
the attachments and all that, how
Yeah.
you can make your character look a certain way.
I really want to see where the story goes. I'm like, I have a feeling it's gonna get dark. Like to me, I'm like, this has that base of right now y'all happy, but someone's gonna go really far left, and y'all not gonna be happy anymore. Which I can't do that.
See,
And I know
by just like a review, they said that the story actually is really good. So I hear what y'all two were saying like in the very beginning, but I was like, man, maybe I gotta wait till y'all get to the meat of it. So I'm wondering how I want to see your reviews or hear your reviews after you finish the game. Like I really want to know.
But like, I also want to say too, though, what do I think? Story, good music bumps in certain tracks.
Yeah,
it's kind of low, so I'm like, I wish they would did higher, like a quicker, louder music tracks. But
definitely a more punkish punk pop sound, and usually that wouldn't really appeal to me. But that intro song is actually not that bad.
I feel like the intro song is more punk, but then I feel like a lot of the stuff's kind of EDM-ish.
Yes, you're right.
It's like I bang with EDM, so I'm like, but then again, I feel like a lot of their games are EDM-ish. Now that I think about it, like,
They definitely go for that synthish type of sound, which I'm usually nothing wrong with that in my opinion. But I would suggest people to check this game out. If you're not into anime, you probably wouldn't be into it. But I think the gameplay holds it pretty well, and it kind of separates itself just a little bit.
the only thing that bothers me are the stills.
I don't know, because it's like you're transitioning between a manga to an anime.
Oh, you talking about what they're talking?
Yeah,
the cutscenes
stills bother me.
Okay.
It's just like
it took me a while.
It's like you don't have to do much.
They really don't. They can just show the character and they can show their lips moving a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay, that's all right.
Just do some camera movements, have the characters like face moving. You have the faces moving in the stills. So I'm like, you can do that in an actual scene.
I doubt it was a budget thing. I really think they were trying to do something new with it. I really think they were trying to do their own little hey, let's kind of make it feel like a manga, guys. Like, I don't know.
I can tell that's what they were going for. I just don't really respect it, but I can tell that's what they were going for. I didn't. I was like, y'all could have not done this.
But yeah, I think I can't put my finger entirely what some of the things I didn't like. I know the trophy stuff is normal, so I can't really say that ruined the game. That ruins anything for me. The pacing is good. I really didn't feel there was anything wrong with that. It's just the voice acting for me, really, and how cringy some of the script can be, and that's about it.
Where are you at now versus like that first, I guess, training scene?
I think I just got into phase 6, and I'm not going to ruin anything for anybody to say how many phases are in for each character that you play.
I'm only in phase. Well, I'm at the beginning of phase 3, but I'm cleaning up on quests, and I'm in the standby phase for phase 2, and I'm just cleaning up side quests.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to upgrade some of my weapons, so I'm doing like little side things. The side quests really aren't much. You said what?
Is it open world, or is it more like kind of linear open world? Like, let's compare to like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy supposed to be open
It's
world.
not.
Okay, I didn't think so. When I was looking at it, it didn't look like it was open world. Okay.
No, it's linear enough, but you can venture out. You could go to old areas. You go to old maps or certain levels anytime you want at certain points. Like even when you're doing the main story, you could just jump out of the main story and just go back to the first stage you went to. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of when it comes to something I've noticed, there's a lot of collectibles, a lot of attachments that you can collect, a lot of weapons apparently that you can upgrade. So to upgrade those particular weapons, you have to kill certain enemies to get that material or whatever, however you want to say, item to upgrade that particular weapon.
Certain people have certain drops. So certain.
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
The other thing I would say too, though, is I feel like they don't explain certain things well, like at all. Like,
are you talking about story wise?
No, I'm talking about like just like mechanics. Like I remember when I was doing the side quests, I was like, I don't think I missed anything, but I was trying to figure out. I was like, where are my side quests at? Like I had to go and just look through all my menus to find them.
You know what? Now you mention it, I think one thing that does bother me a little bit is those little pop-ups on the side of the screen for tips. Even though you've already seen the tip 20 different times, it still keeps popping up.
But it's like the stuff you don't need.
Yeah, you don't really you don't need to know it.
I'm like, the stuff I need to know, y'all aren't telling me, but you keep filming the same tip that I already know.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the tip pops up, it should pop up at least once or twice, and then it should be in the library, or you could go into the pause menu and just check it up from there. You know what I mean?
You can probably turned off in the options somewhere.
I don't think you can turn it off. I mean, I haven't really tried to check, but I haven't seen anything about pop-ups at all. So I don't know.
It's working for me, you know. I've been streaming all my gameplay, which is like, if I don't feel like streaming, I don't play it. So I'm trying to stream the whole story. See how that goes.
I've been watching it. I ain't gonna lie. So that said, have you watched any of the anime, or are you don't want to get to that part just yet?
Oh, see, that's the thing. Like where I'm at, I'm like where the second episode of the anime is at, which I think I have a while before they drop episode 3 because they're not. Because the anime is supposed to start in July, but they just dropped 2 episodes early.
July 1st, actually today, yeah. July 1st is when the whole not the whole series, but they're officially going forward with the series.
Okay, so depending on how you're facing and playing the game, you're actually going to finish the game before you finish the anime.
That's what I'm planning on doing.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would, if I was doing it and they had 2 side by side, I wouldn't be able to watch the anime and play the game. Yeah, exactly. You ruin it.
And then there's like, because you get like, if you watch the anime, they do like codes. They put codes in the anime, so you can unlock like special attachments in the game. So
that's kind of dope.
So
yeah, it kind of made me feel like a throwback from like TV shows that did something similar. I think like I remember Nickelodeon had that scratch and sniff thing. When you watch a certain episode, you have to scratch it and it'll let you know when to sniff something. And then all right. Childhood. All right, but no, but yeah, this game is interesting. I'm really surprised by. I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm really surprised by the popularity he's getting. He's getting a lot of people talking. Reviews are positive about it.
Because it's like an anime. I mean, the fact that they made it like an anime, I think, is really big for it. Honestly.
Possibly.
My thing too is like, this is like, again, I'm only like second phase in. I have a feeling that this is going to be tied into Code Vein and God Eater. God Eater and Code Vein became like, when you get to like towards the end of Code Vein, you saw something from God Eater in Code Vein, and then with the ending, there's more to the world than you really know what's going on the whole time you're playing Code Vein. Which, hearing how they set up this world, I'm like, if this could take place, all these games could take place in the same Earth at the same time.
The same universe.
Like
I really like the enemy designs too. God dang, those designs look beautiful. The others, like
the boss at the end of phase 2, 100% reminded me of a boss from God Eater, from Code Vein. And the way it happened reminded me of something from Code Vein.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, because I figured in Code Vein something similar would happen to what happens in the end of phase 2.
Which all the bosses are like that.
You say there's one little thing what happens? Can you say one little thing about it?
No, it's a spoiler.
It is a spoiler, but I can say that something unexpected happens to a teammate.
Okay.
I bet people gonna figure it out now, because it ain't that hard to.
Hey, I said slight spoilers. So.
Kidnapped, right? Got it.
Exactly.
I'm thinking about when I watched the anime God Eater, and when I seen that character or that person you guys were fighting, whatever it's called. What are they called? The Others?
Others.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of reminded me of God Eater, but that's just me.
But
So
I don't think y'all played Code Vein because Code Vein came out after God Eater, and then it had like even more because Code Vein was kind of like a game like Sekiro and stuff, and it was very anime-ish and
Dark Souls-ish.
Yeah, and that's like that story reminded me. It had like 3 endings to it and all, but like the good ending reminded me of this. So far reminds me like, oh, this could take place in the same world because
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because like just a little minor spoiler for Code Vein. Code Vein, like you know how like I guess for all of these, like how in Scarlet Nexus they're in that country and the country was made by whoever the dude was, the dude's grandfather or great grandfather.
Oh, Joe Sumeragi.
Yeah, how he like I guess he has a shield over the country or something. How that situation is going on. That's the same thing going on in Code Vein. It's a whole they're in the air with a shield around it. And they don't really ever tell you what happens to the outside world.
There's a lot of anime like that too, where they're fighting monsters and stuff like that. They're coming in and invade, and they gotta protect
God Eater
the world.
But see, that was with God Eater. There's a monster from God Eater when Code Vein, when the shield finally comes down, because Code Vein's old, so I'm not going to do it too spoiler, but this is a spoiler. When you finally get to see what's on the outside of the shield, you see the monsters from God Eater, which I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh,
so you have a connection. Threat.
Oh.
That's only because I watched that anime and I was like, that's kind of dope to me.
So is God Eater the one with the weapons can change?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they get the actual weapons are made through the monsters, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
all right.
Code Vein
that's that show on Netflix, only like 6 episodes. It's like a season.
No, I think it's longer.
I think it's like
longer than that, but they didn't finish it. They didn't finish it though.
Yeah, you have to play the game. You have to play the game to finish it. But that was the thing too. So it's like you had those, and then in Code Vein, you had another similar situation. And in this, I'm feeling like it's going to be another similar situation, which I'm like, so if y'all building a big cinematic universe, at some point you're going to have to connect all these together.
Right. Maybe that's
maybe it's just making it loose little references. I mean, it wouldn't. I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea if they incorporated them some kind of way. Maybe some kind of.
I still want a Code Vein too, because how the end of that story. I'm like, I need to
keep it going. Maybe forget it. There could be a prequel. This could be a All right, but no. So I think overall, yeah, I think Scarlet Nexus is a game to check out. If you're still on the fence, for the viewers and subscribers, if you're still on the fence, just watch some gameplay of it. There's plenty of it on YouTube, on the Bandai Namco people's gameplay. So you can check out Mr. Randoms on streaming. Show him streaming the games. Go ahead, shout it out, man.
Artfully Random on YouTube.
Artfully Random.
Look it up and so you can find me on all my socials.
We'll add a tag.
But all right, yeah. So Scarlet Nexus, man, Bandai Namco, y'all, you have a good one. I still haven't finished it so far. I'm sure by the time I finish, I'll come back and give my 2 cents on how I liked it or hated it. But
I'm pretty sure so far, back and you guys need to play this game. I have this really strong feeling that both of you are going to say that.
You know what? You know, the only person who might actually play this game would be King, because someone here don't finish games.
Ooh.
I finished games. I finished Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That was a long one.
Oh yeah, you did.
He only finished it because we forced him to.
No,
because he was gonna be left out.
No. I was upset about the past and my memory card being erased, so I have to finish the game. So I'm very invested in that game.
Where are you at on God of War?
I'm going to finish that too by the time the next one comes up. Because I'm very invested. I finished all the rest of them. I finished all the previous ones. That has to happen.
I'm telling you. You know, I started playing I can finish it before you.
So like, I thought you said you were already. You said you were. What happened?
Too many games coming out. I think I'm going to finish the game before you. Too many games coming out. So
check it out, man. Check it out. But yeah, I would suggest.
I don't have PS5 yet, so you know.
But all right, Scarlet Nexus, check it out. Great review. I'm giving it an 8 right now.
I was about to say it.
I'm giving it an 8.
I think you're going to hit 8.5. I think you're going to hit like 8.7 by the end of it.
Honestly. For Yuito's story, I'm definitely giving it an 8 right now. I really like his mechanics, his sword, how he moves. I appreciate it.
I ain't playing enough to be. I gotta finish it before I really feel it. Well, one game.
Phase 6, baby boy. Phase 6. I'm trying to finish by
some of us
weekend.
have to go to, a place where we can't play.
I don't know what you're talking about. I work remote and I wait until I'm done with my shift to start working. That's all I'm saying. So
Sure.
all right. So after that, Scarlet Nexus, check it out. Do we got anything else?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got some loosies in here.
I'm gonna say if y'all have HBO Max to go watch the little things with Denzel Washington, Jared Leto.
Denzel?
Huh?
Oh,
yeah, with Denzel.
I do want to see.
I'm gonna write that
And
down.
Remy Malik.
List.
Really good.
Remy Malik
too.
He actually did a decent job. I enjoyed that movie. We shouldn't get into any spoilers, but
I watched it. The only thing I hate about it is that he has no bottom lip. He has
yeah,
no bottom lip.
He talks
Kinda
like
weird.
he has like cotton in his mouth or something. It's
Who,
weird.
Denzel?
No,
Remy.
Rami Malik. I'm probably saying it wrong, but Rami Malik or Malek. I'm probably saying it wrong.
Mr.
But
Robot.
he was never on my radar as an actor. I know he was in what movie was that I looked
Bohemian
at? He was in
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep, Bohemian Rhapsody. I seen that. Like I said, that's the only movie I've known him for. Outside of that, I can't name what movie he's been
He was
in.
in a James Bond movie too. He was the
Sure?
bad guy in the James Bond movie.
No, I think you're thinking of the guy that played in
Mr. Robot.
Venom?
huh?
Mr. Robot. Rami Malek.
I don't think he was in a Bond movie.
No, he wasn't in a Bond movie. Like
That
I
was
said,
a
you're
Tom
thinking
Cruise movie.
you're thinking of the guy that played in No Country for Old Men. The hitman.
The
You're
bad
thinking
guy.
of him.
Yeah,
You're thinking of him.
He is in that movie. He is in that movie.
He was either in a James Bond movie or he was in a Mission Impossible. I could have sworn he was in a James Bond movie. Rami Malek. I remember it being weird.
No, I don't think it's If he was, he must have been not being funny, but he must not have been one of the main characters then, because I know I would have known that. I would have recognized his face.
He was in No Time to Die.
In James Bond?
Yeah. Wait, it might not have came out
shit.
yet. That might be it.
That's gonna be the new.
He's
That's gonna be the
bad guy in
most
the newest
recent.
James Bond movie, No Time to Die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
he was cast in a James Bond movie.
I thought he said the other one. I thought he said A Time to Die. I thought he meant the other one with Pierce Brosnan. I think about Pierce Brosnan one.
No Time to Die.
It was it's with the same dude. I guess it hasn't came out yet. I remember.
Okay.
I remember him
Okay,
being
that's
cast
okay.
Could be
I got
the
you.
end of this year or next year.
I got you.
Coming out.
But no, it's a really I think just to recommend a movie, not to spoil anything. It's a really good movie though. Not necessarily a game of cat and mouse, but necessarily a game of spider and fly, almost in a way. Because it's really it makes you think about where detectives are mentally in certain things and how far somebody will go to protect themselves.
It does a good job. It does a great job of questioning, making the audience question what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jared Leto went through some he does a lot of method acting, but they gave him some aesthetics on him for that.
Yeah, a lot. He's supposed to. I'm not going to judge him yet, but his place as Morbius is going to solidify himself for me.
Yeah,
That could be
I don't know. I think
It could be, and that's why I said I'm not going to judge him yet. So it could be, but him is. I didn't like his version of Joker, but that's just me. I didn't like his version.
I don't think a lot of people like that version of the Joker, even like the I don't think a lot of people like Thug Joker that much.
Nah.
I
don't think it was necessary, honestly. Honestly, I think Jared Leto is a douche. He just comes off like a douchebag to me. Like, he just looks like one. He looks like one. He acts like one. I feel like in real life, he's just a pretentious dick.
I would like to point out, Max don't like creative people.
I enjoy creative people. I do all the method acting you can, friend, but you just come off like a douchebag to me.
You know,
I'm sorry. I appreciate creative people. I always, to the creators out there, I always got love.
I got 3 creative friends.
Hey, man, I love it. I love all the creators out there. It's just, you kind of come off like a douchebag to me, bro. I'm sorry. You just come off really pretentious.
So you think Chris kind of comes off like a douchebag?
Oh, no.
See?
That's not what I'm
like
saying.
about Jared Leto. He's a habitual liar. Dude's a habitual liar. That's what
That's horrible.
He's known to lie in interviews just to do it.
Just to do it?
Yeah, just to do it.
You know, one movie I really liked him in? Fight Club, because he got his ass beat. That was a great moment for him. He got his dog shit beat out of him.
I saw him perform with 30 Seconds to Mars. Dude got on stage and was just lying. I was like, yo, he really does this.
Oh,
You like he
That's
just
right, he is
starts
in that
like,
band.
anytime he performs,
Yeah,
he's from there.
Hilarious.
And his brother was
Hilarious.
just sitting there just
taking
No,
it off.
I do recommend that movie though. Anybody that wants to watch a good thriller and crime
HBO
thriller.
Max.
I
The
like
next one I'm
it.
gonna watch is the next one I'm gonna watch is there's one with Don Cheadle and Del Torrio. No, what's his name?
Don Cheadle. Wait,
I can never pronounce his name right. Del Torino, the guy that played as the Collector in the Marvel movies.
oh wait.
Oh,
Del Toro.
Benicio del Toro. No,
Yeah, Del Toro. My
Benicio-
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro.
Yep. Him and Don Cheadle got a movie. That I'm
Is
gonna
it
watch
No
too.
Sudden Move?
Yep.
No.
Mm-hmm. No. Wait.
I
No.
got to see the trailer for that.
I
gotta see the trailer for
literally
this
just
one.
thought about it today, but I saw
Benicio does. He does some good stuff.
He actually does. I watched Cicero. I thought that was good. That was a good movie actually.
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch this trailer for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All right,
Benicio del Toro. Yep.
Is it? It's not No Sudden Move. Something else.
Yeah, he said it's
No, it is. No, it is. No sudden move. Is that? I'm gonna watch
Okay.
that next.
That's gonna be on the radar then. Is that coming on HBO Max?
How do you
Yeah.
feel about that? This new Edge of Tomorrow movie with not really Edge of Tomorrow.
The one with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, more with Chris Pratt.
I don't know, man. I don't want to be that guy, so I'll keep my comments to myself. I have no clue yet. I'm gonna watch it though. I know the wife wants to check it out.
I won't.
I'm gonna check it.
The Tomorrow War. The Tomorrow War.
It doesn't. What is it? Like it's a futuristic war that you need to be a part of. That I don't know, man.
I think it's part of that. The whole. I think it's part of a series of Tomorrow movies.
Okay.
Like War, like was it like Edge of Tomorrow or something?
Oh,
I think it was a world. There's War of the Worlds, and I think it was like something Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow was with Tom Cruise, where they had to keep rewind every time he died. He rewind time. It's
was-
actually based off a manga. I still got to kill something with To Kill.
That's like I
That
think
was
the Chris
called.
Pratt movie though is based off.
All right, we got it. The next, I guess the next critique I'll give would be on Batman: The Long Halloween, Part 1.
Oh yeah, that just released, right?
Yeah, next on that one. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, HBO Max as well.
Yeah, let's-
Say it again.
That's on HBO Max too.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh,
It went to
I thought
DVD,
that
but I don't
was-
think it went to. It's just on DVD. Released on DVD.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Next time.
One other major thing that I seen it came out, the trailer scene was this new Mortal Kombat Battle of the Realms animated.
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Looks like what the real movie should have been. Like, you
Should
know,
have been.
yeah, it looks dope. Have y'all seen the trailer? Have you watched the trailer for that yet?
Nah, not yet.
Yeah, I saw it.
Not yet.
Definitely worth checking out. I'm looking forward to watching it. I think it's going straight to like DVD and stuff though.
Yeah, it's part of their WB films. Like they do the
Okay.
DC animated movies and stuff like that. So they already did a Mortal Kombat movie before, which was about Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is a sequel to that one.
Okay.
Okay. All right, fellas.
One of the last things that I'm excited about, I seen the trailer for Chainsaw Man. And
Oh shit. I'm waiting for I think we should really just wait, but Studio Mappa is not gonna disappoint. It looks like it's the same people that did Jujutsu Kaisen. So
I like to say this. So he does like animation that's not still frames.
We just get the show down. Hey, Chris, we about to meet up, all right?
And on that note, we'll end it there, fellas. Once again, thank you, everyone, and thank you guys for showing up, man. I really appreciate that. I'm sure the viewers appreciate it too. We did a good. I think we got a good lengthy episode this time. So for the ones that missed us all, you got all of us here. So we'll end it on that. This is Media Marauders, man. Please click like and subscribe, that bell, and click that bell on the side of all Media Marauders content. Check us out on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're there. I mean, I see some stuff in Instagram happening, so we're building somewhat of a following, a fellowship here. So hopefully in the coming months, years, whatever, we have a bigger fan base and more of a notoriety exposure. So pray for us out there, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Please be safe. And fellas, be safe out there too. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all got any last words?
Peace.
Here we go.
No.
He said no. All right, y'all. Be easy. Till next time. Bye.